Shut up and sit down.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast. This is episode 40, the NFL season kickoff show. I want to say thank you for listening. If you just stumbled across us on the interwebs, you can check us out at kfpodcast.com, facebook.com/KFPodcast, and Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter.
You notice he's getting worse at saying the addresses now?
The backslash is screwing me up now.
He used to nail it,
Yeah.
and now it's like 40 episodes later, and you're horrible at it.
You could simply just say / facebook.com/
No, it's still, my brain thinks it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
All right.
So we're going to do a little talk about the kickoff show. But first, let me introduce you to the team.
The team.
To the left, I got Donald.
Yo.
And then we got Justin.
Hey, everybody.
And then we got Rob here.
How you doing?
Hey, Rob, back for more. No shirts this time, but he's here.
You make it seem like he's not wearing any shirts. Like, just topless, Rob.
He does have his top off. It's very hot. Very sexy.
All right, so some of the things we're going to talk about today is the season kickoff on the Thursday the 8th. Leave me alone. Our favorite team breakdown. We'll go over each division and who we think will win, and then we'll have a little Super Bowl prediction and whatnot after that.
Yeah, and some things after that.
So,
Right, is anybody excited for the NFL this year? I'm not as excited as I normally am about football.
I am on the fence because I feel like before I could sit on a Sunday and that was my day.
Yeah.
Now it's all over the place. Thursday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
You know, and I hate that.
I mean, we just did a fantasy draft, that you listened to, and it was horrible. Well, actually, no one listened to it.
Yeah.
But, it got me a little bit more into it. Like, I'm like, okay. But, even going through it, I'm like, I'm not hearing anything about these guys. I guess I haven't followed it.
Yeah.
Like, usually going into those drafts, I'm like, oh, man, these guys are going to be great. I'm like, none of them excited me. I just don't know if I'm into football yet.
Not to talk shit on the draft we just did, but all these drafts get ready for the one that me and you do with all your friends that are worth for money.
Yeah.
So that's this is my mock draft.
I don't know. What do you think, Rob? You excited for football this year?
I wouldn't say I'm overly excited this year in comparison to any other year. There's just not any big stories.
Yeah, there's really not.
There's no big positive stories. There's nothing that gets you
A lot of
excited
negative.
for the game of football to be played. It's a lot of just BS with PED accusations and people getting suspended and people getting hurt and why you're sitting or standing or whatever you're doing. It's annoying.
Does it also seem like there's not really any teams that are standing out as man, that's going to be the team to beat this year?
No, and which I actually enjoy because I don't like it whenever it's Indianapolis or it's New England and Denver and it's whatever this and that. So I'm actually excited so I can watch every game because I'll sit on a Sunday and just watch football all day.
Yeah, I guess for me, I'm really into baseball, so I'm like.
Well, you have a reason to be really into baseball.
So I'm excited about baseball. And I'm so focused on just October get here already, so we can get this misery over with, and I can move on with my life. But I don't know. Maybe I guess for me, I don't get excited because I know the Bears are going to be horrible, so I'm like.
Yeah.
Maybe all the fantasy stuff we're in this year will be better.
We'll see what happens.
Yay, sports.
Oh.
Sorry, we're not talking about ARC right now. Give us
Justin,
a week or so.
Now, I know me and you don't watch hockey and we listen to it because of our nerves. Do you watch Steeler games?
The last 2 or 3 seasons I haven't. I don't know what happened.
Give Rob the jersey back.
I just haven't cared the last 2 years. If a game is on and I have absolutely nothing else to do, I'll sit down and watch it. But if I have to take a crap, I will go and do that instead of watch a game. I don't know what it is.
Well, yeah, I'll take a crap. I won't shit myself. What is that analogy? I'd rather just go in the toilet than watch sports. Yeah, everyone would. Everyone would rather not shit.
Man, when I was in football that year, I shit my pants every week because that's how much I didn't miss it.
No, I don't know. I haven't been into it.
Do you know how the lady from the Game of Thrones podcast told us, why are you talking about stuff if you don't know about it? Here's a person that goes, I'd rather take a shit than watch a shit. But here's more non-experts talking about a subject. Welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast. We don't know what the what we're talking about.
Justin's got to bleep things out.
All right, so season kicks off next Thursday, a week
Yes.
from now, where we'll be talking some shit about something else. It's the rematch of the Super Bowl, Panthers versus Broncos.
This isn't a rematch of the Super Bowl. This is just the same jerseys being worn by different players. I think this is going to be a completely different.
Did you just
turnout.
interrupt me?
Yeah, this is where we talk on each other.
So yeah, I mean it's two teams, rematch, but it's a really different game without Manning and a lot of the other guys there. So I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know. It doesn't have the feel of like the Super Bowl game, obviously.
Well, yeah. Well, Manning's not in it. That's what it is.
Right. I miss Peyton Manning.
He's still drinking Budweiser?
Yeah. Well, I love his DirecTV commercials.
They're good.
Peyton on Sunday morning.
It's amazing. I love him. He's calling his brother soon. He's doing he's like, I'm working. Oh yeah, sorry about that.
So who's the new quarterback for the Broncos?
Is it Trevor?
I can't wait for you to say that name. Because you want to say Seaman.
Is it Simeon?
It's like Simeon. And it's not a good last name. It's not like Manning on the back of your shirt. What's on the back of your shirt? Seaman.
So Trevor Jizz is the new quarterback for the Denver Broncos.
I'm not doing any jizz-related imagery on the screen.
No, I actually was going to go Super Saiyan on this guy.
Yeah,
his last
Trevor
name.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, depending on how he plays.
Do anybody know anything about him?
Not a thing.
I guess is his first NFL start.
Did he
He was
get
in the league
drafted?
last year.
Oh, he was?
He was in the league last year for Denver, and all he ever did, I guess, was take a couple, one or two snaps in a game somewhere at some time and took a knee. I think he was their third string at the time. I'm not entirely sure.
He had to be backing up Osweiler when Manning was hurt.
Yeah, probably. Again,
that
we're
was
doing a
the
podcast.
extent.
We don't know what we're talking about.
His stats for last year: 1 attempt, -1 yard.
Yeah, because he took a knee. That was all he ever did.
Yeah. So I haven't seen. I mean, we're three guys. I don't want to speak for Rob that know nothing about this, but we're going to talk about it. That's
Exactly,
the beauty
because
of
that's
the
what we
podcast.
do. But apparently he had a really good camp. And because they brought over Mark Sanchez. I know they tried to get Kaepernick, and that didn't work out. And then they got Sanchez, who I think Mark Sanchez is horrible. I mean, I don't know how you go from Peyton Manning to Mark Sanchez.
I don't know how you go Brock Osweiler and get to Mark
I think
Sanchez.
they should have kept Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, I think that they completely dropped the ball. Elway dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Signing, they try to call Osweiler's bluff.
Yeah, I
And
don't get it.
There's plenty of teams in the league who saw him carry the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't think he was that
several
bad.
weeks.
He's a
No.
tall quarterback. He's got a pretty good arm. He played well.
He did.
And then Trevor Super Seaman is going to be your starting quarterback, which I'm so stunned by that. What kind of pressure's on that guy next week?
They completely feel the defense is going to win them games.
Yeah,
And when you have somebody like Von Miller, they're going to crush you on defense.
yeah.
They are. But
you got to score
still
some
has
points.
to be there.
Yeah.
What year did what's his name, the quarterback, Jesus quarterback?
Jesus quarterback. Here we go, not knowing anything.
Your favorite guy who's trying out for baseball.
Tim Tebow.
So Tim Tebow.
Jesus quarterback.
Beat the Steelers.
Yeah, he beat the Steelers. They won that game on defense and him being able to scramble and
He won that game in overtime.
But
Well,
he did.
that's all right.
The thing with him there, he didn't make any mistakes.
Right.
No,
He
exactly.
didn't turn the ball over. He didn't fumble. They were able to get some first downs.
Which is maybe why they're picking Seaman over Sanchez, because Sanchez is known for the butt fumble.
Oh, yeah.
And being inefficient with the football.
True.
So I mean, that's probably what they're going with.
Do you have some stats for us over there? Or are you just
No,
are you looking up porn right now while we're talking?
Yeah. No, he was
He's
talking
just looking up twerking with googly eyes.
He was talking about Tebow, so I looked up Tebow because I was waiting for him to ask a stat question, so I
Okay.
might have something here.
You got something for us for Tebow?
What kind of stat are you looking for?
I don't know. I didn't need a stat. I just. Why can't I just talk about the way I watched him play that game? And he was efficient with the ball. He broke out. He read the defense
He had some.
well.
He had a good win percentage that year though. He did well for them.
I mean, he's won more playoff games than Baby Cutler,
Yeah,
Jay Cutler.
than Cutler has, that's for sure.
I still think if Tebow didn't do this baseball thing, that the Steelers would have brought him in instead of Zach Mettenberger.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
I have honestly not understood why Chicago hasn't brought him in as a backup for all the idiots that they have on that team. I don't understand it. I mean, the guy is positive for a sideline, much more positive than Cutler is. I don't understand it. I don't understand why no one.
Yeah, I don't know
likes him.
how he's gotten pushed out of the league. I mean,
Because he's not a good quarterback. I don't understand why he just doesn't decide to just try and play tight end or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know.
But then you quit the sport and go to baseball, which makes no sense to me. But I don't know. Anyway,
17 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. Passer rating is 75.3.
Not the best.
989 rushing yards and 12 rushing touchdowns.
yeah, I
there
don't
you
know.
go.
That's better numbers than Johnny Manziel would ever even dream of.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, if I was in a pinch I didn't have a lot of cap space, I'd pick him up for cheap if he wanted
Exactly.
to. You know.
But anyway,
anyways,
let's
we
stop
can go
the
on
Tim
about
Tebow.
that. Yeah. So who do we think's going to win this Panthers-Broncos game?
I think the Panthers are going to win.
I think they're going to come out and destroy the Broncos.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be their redemption and the show that they're going to be the team to beat. When you're
Yeah.
saying that someone needs to come out and be the
team, I think it's
team,
going to be them
this
too.
will be the set the pace.
All right. So let's talk about our favorite teams. Who are our favorite teams?
You can go first, Mr. Bears.
You want to talk about the Bears first?
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll wrap it up for you. The Bears suck, and they're going to have a horrible year. I am so sick and tired of them. Here's some new additions that they had. They brought over Danny Trevathan from the Broncos defense. Okay?
Every time you say new addition, I just think of Bobby Brown
Yeah.
singing Candy Girl.
And he's already looks horrible on defense. Their defense looks horrible. I don't understand why they can't get anybody that can stop a run or cover a pass. Everybody that they have is horrible. Notable losses they had this year. Matt Forte finally left because he's sick and tired of not being appreciated there when really it was their whole offense. Because they think Jeremy Langford is like the king there, but I think he stinks. I don't know. I'm interested to see what God, I can't remember his first name now. They're Kevin White, because I'm a big WVU fan. So they got him from West Virginia last year, and he ACL and all that stuff, missed the whole year. So he's never even played a down as a Bear, and they've had him now. This is his second season.
Right.
And he has shown nothing in preseason. I mean, he doesn't even look like he's on the field. So this was like, because they drafted him like 5th that year. He's supposed to be like the 5th overall pick. Like he was supposed to be the guy, and I don't know. So I don't know what they're going to do with him. I don't know how he's going to look. They don't have anybody suspended because no one's doing any drugs up there in Chicago. But my prediction for them this year is they will be 4-12 and last in that division.
4-12. So I don't know how their schedule, but have you looked over their schedule?
I looked over their schedule. I mean, they start off the season at Houston.
Okay.
They won't.
Brock's.
J.J.
also
Watt will sack Cutler 95 times in one game. What's his number, 99? He may get 99 sacks in one game. Cutler will be in the corner crying by the time J.J. Watt's done with him because no one on that team can block. They lost their center for the year. I mean, it's just going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. The Cubs better win the freaking World Series. That way everybody can forget about the Bears and how bad they are and just be riding that wave of... they'll go to Bears games and they're just showing highlights of the Cubs World Series. That's what I hope that happens.
You can just hope for the Cubs to make it long enough that the Blackhawks start, and then
Yeah.
everybody will forget
Yeah.
that there was anything in between.
What I really want them to happen this year is usually my goal is to beat Green Bay one time a year. That's not going to happen. I want them to win a home game since they haven't won a home game in like 2 years. They didn't win a whole home game last year. So
Wow.
I would like them to win a home game. It would be nice to win one game at home. We'll see if that happens.
Have they won anything in preseason?
No.
No.
They've lost all their...
Not that it matters.
They
but
beat the Browns tonight at Cleveland with their 4th string. But, I mean, last week they had played their starters, and they got blown off the field at Soldier Field by Kansas City.
Kansas City's a good team. I think this.
defense.
Yeah.
They're just horrible. So that's the Bears. They suck. Let's move on to the Steelers.
All right, Steelers new additions. I don't really think they have much.
You haven't picked up anybody major?
Well, and they picked up Ladarius Green, who was supposed to come in and be the guy for Heath Miller, and then they find out he has migraine issues, and he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to play. And then he said, "Oh no, I'm going to play." And then what's he injured? What, an ankle or a knee or something?
It's an ankle.
And now he's out for
How long's
probably
he out for?
At
He's
least
on
6
the
weeks. They put him on,
the mid-year pup list.
yeah.
Oh, my
So
God.
6 games.
So
Right now on their IR is their backup Gronkowski, but they picked up the dude from LSU that you
Zach
know.
Mettenberger.
So it's going to be what is it? Laundry Jones, and then
Who looked horrible in that preseason?
he always
game.
looks horrible.
I mean,
He
he's
hasn't looked
like
good in any of the preseason
fumbles
games.
McGee,
Yep.
and I mean, he has so many problems.
And then who else is on the IR? They have 6 or 5 guys. No, 6 guys on the IR.
Their third-round draft pick out of LSU, Gerald Hawkins, was placed on the IR for the year.
Oh, I don't even have that one on
pick
here.
on that.
Yeah. And it's every year there's a bunch of people that go on the IR.
Right.
Well, the funny thing about Ladarius Green that I thought was very drama is supposedly he kept the headaches quiet.
Secret until after he signed a $20 million
And he
contract.
signed a
Wow.
big deal, and he has had, over the offseason, the end of last season, he has had headaches from concussion symptoms. And
How did no one know that?
he did not
He didn't
reveal
tell.
it to
He
anyone.
didn't tell his previous team, and I don't even know where he
He's
came
just
from.
walking around with concussion
Was it,
headaches,
San
lying to
Diego?
everybody.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
I think so.
And then,
yeah.
so he was, going through the early training camp and blamed the ankle. And that's what Mike Tomlin is revealing to everyone is it's an ankle. The headaches aren't an issue, but it's mixed reports because people think that it's concussion-like symptoms.
Wow.
And now he's on the 6 weeks, six
Jeez.
games. And their bye week's, 8?
Yeah,
I think so.
Something
So
like that.
you got 7 games without your $1 million tight end.
Wow.
So you're going to the outlaw Jesse James from Penn State.
Wow.
Should be
That's a
interesting.
dick move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder if there's any way that they can recoup some of the money.
Something
lost.
in his contract is like, you lied. You didn't disclose.
There has to be something. With all the other way the players were screwed with that agreement, the contract negotiation
Yeah.
agreement, there's got to be something they can get out of it.
But
And then
Levy-
really hurting them this year is suspensions.
Well, them being idiots are what's hurting them the most.
Because would they lose? Montavious Bryant for the year.
Yeah.
And he had a great year last
He
year.
did.
he's coaching high school in Texas.
Yeah. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think he'll be back with them next year, or they're done with him?
I hope not. I hope that there's got to be a precedent set with these guys. If you're going to be an idiot, because this is his second offense.
Yeah.
It was
Which is
one-
why he's out for the whole year.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, they found
They found Jesus?
who was
That's the name of
who
the
was
running
the wide receiver that was the Super Bowl MVP?
Which Super Bowl?
San Antonio Holmes.
Santonio Holmes. He smoked 1 joint, and they were like, "Bye, you're gone."
Yeah.
And this guy gets 2 because he was tall and it was who Ben wanted. They let him go through the first suspension,
Yeah.
and then he gets suspended again.
It's a shame. It's a waste of talent because that kid is good.
Yeah.
He's a big threat. He's a big kid. He's
Yeah.
good, and that's a waste.
That's-
a waste of a
Well,
person.
that same thing with Le'Veon Bell being suspended for the first 4 years. Like,
What's he, 4 games?
3.
Three
games.
That whole that suspension though was weird because they suspended him not because he tested positive for anything. They suspended him because he missed drug tests.
It's
And then
the same.
and then he refused to take it.
Yeah. It's the same as It's the same as a positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not going to take it and you miss, you don't show up. If you got clean pee, you show up and pee all over
Yeah.
everybody.
He stated that changed phone number.
Yeah, he got a new phone number and they
Cost
couldn't
him-
get a hold of him.
Yeah, could not get a hold of him.
Yeah.
His appeal was based upon the fact that
His
he
coach didn't know how to get a hold of him?
Yeah, the NFL didn't have the proper contact information. Was
Okay.
the appeal,
Yeah.
and it got him a game back. So
Wow.
just goes to show you.
It's annoying. It's annoying that
It
the team that had so much credibility and we're
Yeah, it's the Steelers. They have a lot of credibility. The
Yeah.
Roonies, all
Yeah,
that.
it's
a big deal.
they came up with the Rooney rule for coaches to interview black coaches.
Yeah.
There's some what's the word I'm looking for? Integrity.
Yeah.
With this, and then anymore, it's just out.
And then
the
they had
window.
Michael Vick last year.
Well, I think,
Everybody
I
ate
think
it
a
up.
lot of that regime left with Cower, and Art Rooney the second now.
Yeah.
I think it's the second. It might be the
The
10th,
12th.
Yeah.
something like
the
that.
12th.
But they just don't hold the precedence over
Right.
the way they act.
Because you know what, there's a part of me that I like to win, and I want to see winning football teams, but I also don't want to see a ton of suspensions and tomfoolery all over the place.
Tomfoolery. Excellent.
That's a great word.
So predict, where do you think they're going to end up this year?
I still think they're going to have an explosive offense. I think that Antonio Brown, and
Who's their
Rock-
backup running back?
D'Angelo Williams.
which did really well last
he
year,
did.
to cover for.
He got a little hurt there, but
Yeah, well, who has what running back hasn't got hurt for the Steelers in the last 2 seasons? But I think that they'll be all right. I don't know. I know that they play Washington, which
give me a record.
10-6.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll go 10-6. We
Rob?
might-
11-5.
11-5.
I was gonna say 11-5.
All right.
All right, well, a little pessimistic here. 10-6.
There you go.
I think they'll hit a wild card.
All right. Well, speaking of that, let's break down the divisions and we'll see where we think everybody's going to be in there, okay?
All right.
So we're going to go through the AFC first. So AFC East, you have New England, Miami, Buffalo, and the Jets. All right. So is anybody at this table not picking New England to win the division? Who do you like there, Rob, to win that
New
division?
England.
I don't want to, but
Well, don't go off discuss. Let's go off.
I'm not going to. But also, they don't have Brady for 4
I don't
games.
even think it'll matter. Those 4 games,
Yep,
they'll pull out a couple wins out of there with the
Yeah,
other.
maybe they lose one of those, so they go 15-1.
Their backup, actually, a lot of people really like. Like I read this article in the Chicago Sun-Times where they were like,
Oh, I read newspapers.
yeah,
What would he do?
well, I was online, and they were saying that this guy, like this writer, the sports writer for there, was like, this guy's going to have a good 4 games, and then hopefully NFL teams, because it's his contract's up, he's like, Chicago needs to go after this guy. They're like, no more Cutler after this year, and go after this guy. And I don't even know his name.
This same situation happened when Brady went down, and the quarterback went to Kansas City, and I can't remember the
I
name.
can't remember. I was just thinking the
That's
same thing.
David Hasselhoff. is who that
David
was.
Hasselhoff was backup for Tom Brady. You heard it here, folks.
He went to Kansas City, and then he was horrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Nope, that is not.
Jimmy Garoppolo's
That's
the new guy.
that's the new guy.
What a better name than Cutler. Garoppolo. Janine Garoppolo.
All right,
All right, so we all go with New England. Anybody not picking New England?
no, pick New England.
I got New England.
Okay.
My heart wants Buffalo, but
I don't
it's
give a
not
shit
gonna
what your heart
happen.
wants, but let's go to...
My heart wants Buffalo wings. but
Buffalo will put pressure on them. I really feel that they will.
I actually don't think Miami's going to be that bad. I think the Jets are going to be a train
The
wreck.
Jets have Forte. They have Fitzpatrick played well.
Yeah.
I
Brandon
think-
Marshall
The Jets is the island of misfit toys. They pick everyone that was once okay,
once was good.
and then they go there and die.
It's going to be like the New York Knicks of
Yeah,
football.
exactly.
The thing about the Bills this year is going to be if Rex Ryan can motivate the team, because if they don't make the playoffs this year, he's losing his job. So it's going to be a lot on him to see if he can motivate the team.
I think it's going to be Shady McCoy has to start carrying that team. Like
Yeah.
he underperformed it all last year.
Do you
They
think-
could be there.
Do you think Rex Ryan got a Buffalo Bills tattoo now? Doesn't he have a Mark Sanchez tattoo? Or
I
the
don't know.
jersey on his wife is a Mark Sanchez jersey.
jeez.
Who knows?
All right, let's go next division. AFC North. Baltimore, Cincy, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Justin.
I've got Pittsburgh.
Rob.
Pittsburgh.
Kenny.
I don't want to be a homer, but yeah, Pittsburgh.
I got Pittsburgh, too. I think it's their division.
The only
Them and Cincy will battle it out. I see nothing out of Cleveland or Baltimore.
their defense, that game is going to be ridiculous.
I actually think Cleveland's going to step up, and Baltimore might be in last place this year. I have no confidence in Flacco.
You think
and
RG3 is going to do something in Cleveland?
maybe.
All right.
Glass legs McGurk.
Man, I mean,
All right.
it's quarterback number 36 or whatever.
Yeah,
they've had.
seriously. All right, AFC South. Houston, Tennessee, Indy, Jacksonville. Kenny.
I think this is Indianapolis. I think Luck gets his groove back. This is where he finds a black man in an island, gets his groove back.
Stella got her groove.
Oh, that's
I
a good
like
one.
What about you, Rob?
Jacksonville. I think that Indianapolis' offensive line is going to make Andrew Luck's going to go down again.
You think Jacksonville's going to step up this year?
Yeah, I
Not-
mean, it's like
not Houston?
picking the dullest tool in the shed, but it Jacksonville, Houston's still a mess on offense.
It's
Yeah.
like which boat has the less leaks in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
exactly. But Indianapolis.
Any
I
more
don't know.
puns you guys want to do? or is that, does anybody want any more puns?
How would you shut
I'd
your
like
face?
to order another pun. All right.
Jerk.
All right. Who did you like? Who'd you pick?
I got Houston.
Houston. I'm still picking Indy in that division. I don't know. We'll see.
All right.
AFC West. Denver, Oakland, Kansas City, San Diego. Justin, who do you like there?
I've got Denver, but Kansas City could come up.
Could come up and do what? Just say hi?
Yeah.
I think
Hey,
technically,
Kansas City's here. Oh, go back down and reload. Who do you like?
I think Kansas City's taking it. I like Alex Smith.
Yeah.
I
got Kansas City also.
Even though their running back got hurt for like what he's out.
Jamal
first-
Charles?
Yeah.
That dude's always hurt.
Always hurt.
He's
Yeah.
always hurt. I would
Always
get rid
hurt.
of that guy. He's always hurt.
They got Khaleesi.
Oh yeah, they have the mother of dragons.
Yeah,
Who do you-
I'm going to go with Kansas City
like
as well.
KC in
But
that
I
one,
think
too?
that division is defensive oriented. All of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just a lot of defensive games, a lot of 6-6 games.
And that's when you're looking at this, you're like, this is like the same team. Like, over, if you're looking at the.
a lot of them look like the same stuff.
But I also think when you're playing each team twice a year, you have to build for what you see the most of.
Right.
So wild cards?
Wild cards. Who do we like for wild cards?
I think that Denver will be a wild card, and I think Houston will be a wild card.
Okay.
Denver and Cincy.
I had Denver and Cincy also as wild cards.
KC and Buffalo.
KC and Buffalo. That's a homer pick.
That's totally homer.
It is. I'm rooting for my guys.
You're not rooting for them. You're rooting for them to maybe make it limp into the playoffs.
I'm rooting for my guys.
It's been since the early '90s since they've even had that. So.
Yeah, we'll see. I hope they're better. I like Buffalo. I like watching them play. Let's go to the NFC.
All right.
Starting the NFC East. Philly, Washington, Dallas, and the Giants. I hate all four of those teams.
I was gonna say
Division of the mess.
I enjoy watching this division because I have no stake. I have no horse in this race.
Yeah.
So just to watch them all.
The king of puns has returned. The prince of puns.
To watch all these teams dissolve over the time frame,
Yeah.
it's great. I'm going to take the Giants because I think that's the only team that has a quarterback.
I went with the Giants, too, because that's the only team that has a... Well, Kirk Cousins not too bad in Washington.
Is Gruden's relative, is it his son still coaching Washington?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's his brother. His brother's coach in Washington.
Who they got quarterbacking in Philly? He's a new person,
Carson
too.
Wentz.
Is he a draft pick?
Yeah, second.
I wonder how he's going to do.
Start.
I just hate the guy. Who's
Because
the coach?
Bradford's getting a lot.
I mean, he's not even the coach anymore.
Chip Kelly coaches San Francisco.
Yeah.
But they're still recovering from his entire debacle.
His debacle.
Yeah.
His bad decisions.
I'm going to have to go with the Giants as well, just because they're Romo's out, Philly's
Do they still have that
recovering.
old coach in New York? What's his name?
Coughlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffin.
He's still there, isn't he? Who do you like?
The Grim
in
Reaper?
I had no idea, so I picked Philly because they were the first team on the list.
Oh, jeez.
but after I forgot about that that their last coach just decimated the team.
Sure.
So New York.
Me and Dawn talked about how I was tired that every time you turned on SportsCenter, it was the Chip Kelly jerk-off session about how great a coach he was.
You never saw offense like that.
Yeah.
Oh, like, what are they going to do? Come out with lightsabers? Like, what's so different? Wait till you see this, especially when John Gruden on Monday Night Football. What you're about to see here, this Chip Kelly offense, it'll play. I'm like, all
They're
I
not
see
gonna
are
have enough
fumbles and interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't going to have enough time for commercials. It was going to be so fast.
It's so fast. It's so revolutionary. What the hell was it?
It got him fired in 2
big-
years.
A big
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was supposed to be, but it was ridiculous.
When you trade Sean McCoy, who was producing in Philadelphia,
Yeah.
and got nothing.
And get to Marco Murray, who was horrible.
Oh, yeah.
And
I don't know what happened
they
to
let
that
him go
guy.
a year later.
Yeah.
He was a world beater in Dallas, and now he's shit.
Yeah. I was in
He was
Tennessee.
a power back and a speed offense. It was bad. But the Giants, Odell Beckham, Victor Cruz is back.
They should
Eli's
be
going to have
good.
targets.
Yeah, they'll be good.
I don't ever know their running back situation.
They
I think
have a bunch.
I honestly think that I think I heard that they have 4 or 5 running backs potentially. It's going to just be whoever's healthy enough to.
And
to
then the
take-
Giants will lose a bunch of games and be like 0-4, and then they'll like go on a run and be that's how they do
And
it.
Whoever's gonna
Coughlin's
win this-
job will be on the line again.
His job's on the line.
Whoever wins this division, they're going to win it being 9-7.
Yeah,
Like it's not going to be glorious.
exactly.
So
All right, NFC North: Minnesota, Green Bay, Detroit, and the shit Bears.
oh come on, this is like New
This
England.
is, I mean, Teddy Bridgewater's gone. I mean, this is Green Bay.
Yeah. It's
Didn't
Green Bay.
Megatron retire too?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah,
he
so
did.
he's
he
not
did.
even there.
But they have Golden Tate, and they have.
It doesn't matter. It's Detroit. It's the same shit story down there too.
They're going
Same-
no huddle this year too.
It's the same thing with the Bears. They're the same team. This is Green Bay's division. They should just change the name to the NFC Green Bay division. Is what they should call it.
This was Minnesota's until Bridgewater. It
Yeah.
was.
I think so.
They
yeah.
had a
was,
chance because
yeah.
they were better, but not now.
And they're trying to trade to get a quarterback. Somebody they might still make a wild card, but it's gonna be tough.
Trying to get Tim Tebow. Anybody else got not Green Bay in that division?
Chicago.
Yeah.
I want Justin to be like, well, Minnesota was first on your list here, Don. So
Yeah. All right.
All right.
NFC South: Atlanta, Tampa, Carolina, New Orleans.
does anyone not have Carolina?
I have Carolina, but New Orleans could surprise. You never know.
That team's too old.
Yeah, they don't have any weapons for Breeze to do anything with.
Not
Snead.
Brandon Cookson or whatever.
Snead is his favorite target.
Remember when they were so explosive on offense?
Pierre Garçon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Croissants.
All right, so Carolina. So NFC West. L.A. Rams now. L.A. Rams into St. Louis. Seattle, San Fran, Arizona. Who do you like there, Kenny?
I am going to go.
Who you with?
See, it's hard for me not to pick Seattle, but I'm going to try Arizona.
Arizona's good.
Yeah, Arizona's good. I think their defense is good.
Mhm.
I just don't. I think that. I like Russell Wilson. I think he's good, but I think that Arizona's just going to win more games.
Who do you like?
Arizona. I think their
Seattle.
defense is.
I'm going with Seattle as well, too. All right, wild cards. Kenny.
Well, Seattle's going to be in the wild card.
Okay.
And I honestly think that Detroit might be the other one.
And that's how I was. I have Arizona or Seattle, either win a division, the other one's wild card.
Yeah, yeah.
My other wild card pick for a surprise is Tampa Bay.
I don't think this year. I think next year. I think this is another rebuilding year with what's his name?
Fuck me, I'll just delete it then.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston. Jerk.
All right, so let's get to the Super Bowl predictions.
Well, now I got to remember who I picked.
Let's go. Let's start off with Justin. Who do you have playing in the Super Bowl, and tell me who wins?
He's got New England versus
Try not
Philly.
to take 25 minutes.
Realistic. It's New England and Carolina.
Okay.
Winner.
Chicken dinner.
New England.
His
God, that
brain
hurts.
is hurting. I'm looking at him. Robbie,
Pittsburgh and Carolina.
winner.
Pittsburgh.
Wow.
That's 50-50 home team.
So you think
but
Stairway to Seven this year? But all those people that have those 6 jackets with the 6 Super Bowls on them, the leather coats, what the hell are they going to do?
I don't
They have to
know.
go get
They're just
new
going to go
coats.
buy a patch.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
just
they get
sew
a
it
patch
on.
you can sew
they have
on
to get
there.
a hat with it on there.
Right.
And always wear them together.
I love those
an
jackets.
Ensemble.
Kenny, this is tough for him.
It is because I don't want to go. I hate being the homer pick, but I think that Pittsburgh has a favorable. If they don't have any injuries, the end of their season is more favorable than New England's,
Okay.
and I think that they can win in the playoffs.
Okay. So just tell me, it's Pittsburgh
Pittsburgh
against
and let me look here. Give me a second. I'll go Pittsburgh Green Bay again.
who? Okay. Who wins?
Pittsburgh this time.
Boy, you two, I'm so surprised by your picks. I have New England versus Green Bay.
Okay.
My winner, Green Bay. I think it's their time.
The funny thing is, how many years has they've played? Have they played?
Green
since-
Bay had been on the cusp of winning that Super Bowl again, I think, for a while now,
Yeah.
because they are good. Last year they had the Jordy Nelson injury, which hurt them. I think they're going to beat Carolina in the
Was
playoffs.
it last year they had the Hail Mary on the Thursday night game?
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
had a lot of those
It's
crazy-ass
football
plays.
gods look down on Green Bay.
It just
and
feels like the
bless
NFL
them.
loves Green Bay. They're going to get one here
Yeah.
eventually. This will be their year. And I hate Green Bay, but they're good.
Has Aaron Rodgers won a Super? Yeah, he's won one.
Yeah, he won.
He beat the Steelers.
Steelers,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Derp.
And their
Yeah.
coach is from Bellevue?
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
eating Permane sandwiches the
Yeah.
weekend
Yeah.
of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the jerk.
Let's do that on KDKA. Mike, what's his name? Mike, whatever is.
Munchak.
We don't know nothing. Anyway, that asshole, he was eating a Permane sandwich on the South Side. I love being back home. And then he went and beat Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's our predictions.
Yep.
Let's get into this interesting topic so we can try and wrap up here soon. NFL drama. Quickly, your thoughts. The big story is Mr. Colin Kaepernick, who refused to stand during the national anthem. Me and Ken got in a little debate about this earlier. So without going to us, let's start with Justin. What'd you think about it?
I think it's the wrong platform to put your views out there. He's got his right to do it all he wants, but I don't personally think it's right. I think he should be expressing his views in some other way. I've read a bunch of articles recently that kind of brought me back a little bit because the veterans groups that are now actually supporting him are saying, it's his right. If he wants to protest in this way, let him go. But I think this is the wrong platform for that kind of protest.
All right, Rob, agree, disagree?
I'm in complete agreement with you. I think it's the wrong platform to express it. There's plenty of other things that you could do to voice that. I watch NFL Hard Knocks every week, and Jeff Fisher makes the team line up. It's like a tradition. It shows the team's support for the league and for the fans and for everything. It's not necessarily the place for your personal views. But he has the right to do it. I mean, it's there.
Ken?
I agree with him. I don't agree with him, but I think it's his right to do whatever he wants. If they're not going to, if his coach like Jeff Fisher isn't going to make him do that, or if he's just because he's a backup, no one would be talking. His name would not be in anyone's mouth if it wasn't for this. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with him. I think that his points are invalid. I think that the fact that he makes as much money, he should be doing other ways to help his community than sitting and wearing, pig socks with police hats on them, which is they just came out with today. But I'm not going to come down on him for his rights to sit and if that's how he wants to do it, that's how he's going to do it. I don't have to agree with him, but that's why we live in a free country.
And what we got into earlier is I said, because we live in a free country is because of the men and women that die protecting that flag, protecting us. Mm-hmm. So like Russell Wilson came out and said, which I agreed with, is, yeah, there's messed up parts in this country, and there's things that are wrong. There's bad cops. There's bad people. There's bad stuff. There's bad politicians. There's a lot of bad stuff. But Russell Wilson said it perfectly. He said, I stand and I think of the good things that flag represents, and that's why I stand. And that's a pretty solid point by that guy. Yeah.
And I agree with that 100%.
And like they did in the NBA, I referenced, when Wade and LeBron and those guys, they were upset with some racial issues. They did a protest in the middle of the court before it, but they didn't mess with the national anthem or do anything like that. They just had a quiet protest, which I'm not saying Russell Wilson's wrong with not Russell Wilson. Kaepernick is upset with anything he believes or whatever. That's his own personal views. I'm not going to question that or whatever. He can be upset or do whatever he wants. I just think he should find a different venue to do it. I think he should... I don't feel like he should be suspended and how some of these other people are attacking this guy going, he's an asshole and he's this. Like, I don't know him personally. I don't know what he is or what he feels. Maybe he's upset about something. Maybe something happened to him personally. I'm not questioning that. Just, you kind of got to stand for the national anthem and move past it. And I also referenced a video going out there of Usain Bolt, the Jamaican guy. Yeah. I mean, he's at the Olympics, just won a gold, talking to someone who's interviewing him about his country, his stuff, and the American national anthem's playing in the background. He said, "Excuse me a minute," stopped and stood and put his hand on his heart for our national anthem. That's not even an American. That's a Jamaican guy. That's respect. I respect him for that, and I think Kaepernick needs to. Like Ken said, I think he's trying to get a lot of attention because he's out of the limelight, and this is a way to go about it, and it's not necessarily the best thing. So,
pretty sure Usain Bolt took that reporter and 9 other women back to his hotel room?
Probably. He ran so fast he didn't know what was going on. But anyway, let's end it with this topic. There's always drama in the NFL every season, right?
Yeah.
Last year we had what?
Peyton Manning got benched, then he came back. Not so much drama, but what's the story?
A story.
Last year was Deflategate.
Oh, the Deflategate was a big story.
And all that
stuff. And nobody's talking about the fact now that Brady is going to miss his 4 games.
Yeah, it's Kaepernick. That whole situation is
Kaepernick.
Yeah, there was one of those stupid Facebook memes. It was Brady patting Kaepernick on the back, and it was like, "Thanks, I'm no longer the most hated quarterback in the NFL."
Right?
No, he still is. Yeah. I don't know if I have a story. I think the biggest story is going to be one of these rookie quarterbacks.
The year before, you had Adrian Peterson and Ray Rice beating people and beating kids and all the beatings and all that stuff. This year it seems to be suspensions.
Yeah. I think after week 4 you're not going to hear too much about it.
Yeah.
I think I like to think that maybe there might be a feel-good story for one side of the NFL. And hopefully
like a team that wasn't supposed to be good is winning or something.
Yeah, a team that's not supposed to be good, or like one of these new quarterbacks overachieves. Maybe Houston because they have a good defense. Maybe Alex Smith finally gets some kind of recognition for being a decent quarterback out of Kansas City.
I honestly feel like this national anthem stuff may break into an even bigger deal.
It may.
I feel like there may be other players now who are like, they're getting their name now. They're going to start doing it. And the beginning of every game is going to be like this kind of game of like musical chairs where you see who's standing and not standing, the crowd booing and arguing. It just seems to be that's going to be the theme, is arguing of every game about, did you see what this guy did? He didn't stand now, and then he made it even. I think it's going to be protest and stands out is going to be the theme.
And
what are you going to do to show that you're against something?
And I think you're right, but the media could put a stop to that real quick by just not showing the national anthem.
They won't.
But you're right, they're not gonna. The media's gonna jump all over it.
SportsCenter will start off with great games in the NFL today, but first, let's go to the Tampa Bay game where this guy refused to stand and watch the crowd so angry they were throwing stuff on the field. That'll be the lead story, and you won't even get to the game yet. And especially with an election going on, with the Trump stuff and the Hillary stuff, and everybody's already fired up. I feel like every week it's gonna be who's doing what to get some kind of negative attention, and everybody's arguing about it. ESPN First Take will be like, do you feel he was right to do this? And he followed Kaepernick's lead. And then they're following the other lead, and then they're mad at them. I feel like it's just going to be arguing the entire NFL season.
If that's the case, I'm not watching football.
Yeah, I'll be annoyed by it.
The league should take the reins on this. I mean, they did in, what was it, 2009? The kickoff game when all the players came out and held up one finger because of the contract, the NFLPA contract, the lockout. They all stood in unity. They held one finger up during the entire national anthem, and the league said there will be no more showing of this.
Yeah.
And we're going to put a stop to it right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they didn't take a stance on Kaepernick. What are they going to do in is it October or November, where it's the military appreciation, where the green on the sideline?
Right.
Yeah.
Where
It's
everybody
pink in October and it's green in November.
Well,
everybody has
Are they gonna
camo
show
on
that?
everything. Yeah.
I think it's who's San Francisco's first game. The opening game is
A military appreciation.
a military appreciation game.
where the Jets will fly over the stadium.
Yeah.
And only thing we're
He's going to get in a sleeping bag and put it over his head, and he's going to hide under the bench.
Right.
and then they're going to fire a missile into the thing at him.
It pisses me off to no avail that this is a conversation that we're having.
Because this is what it is.
But it annoys
This
me.
is like TMZ,
Yeah.
not SportsCenter.
But I honestly
Or-
feel like this is the goal behind this, is to
Yeah.
get this kind of talk going on again, and
Exactly.
everybody's behind it. You know what I mean? Because honestly, like, you have an interview afterwards, and he says, "I'm doing this because that flag stands for oppression and justice," and like,
That flag stands for the fact that you got adopted and you make $20 million a year.
yeah.
That's what.
But you got a job playing football, and
Yeah.
you make $20 million to do it for
I
fun.
I honestly think the NFL isn't taking a stance on it, just due to the fact that this is taking heat off of Goodell and
It
his
is.
witch hunt for Al Jazeera, the PED thing.
It may be,
You
yeah.
know, he's like, go ahead and do your thing.
This is a tough topic to broach.
yeah.
Because you come around the wrong side of it and say the wrong thing,
Yep.
you're in some trouble. So you got to be very careful with it. It's going into civil rights
Oh yeah.
and all that other stuff. I feel like he opened Pandora's box of rights and what NFL players and sports and athletes are allowed to do, that it's going to get ugly before the season ends.
And it will become a race thing.
Yeah.
Before it's all said and done. Because I heard Drew Brees. He immediately took the stance of it was wrong. It's the wrong time, the wrong place. Well, white quarterback versus black quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's not the way he intended it, I'm sure.
I
It's the way
actually
it's
saw a
showed.
post where someone said, and it was a black man he was talking, and he said, Ryan Lochte embarrasses the United States and everybody still loves him, and then Kaepernick's protesting quietly and everyone hates him. I'm like, who the hell likes Ryan Lochte?
everybody
Like, I
hates
think
that
he's
guy.
an asshole.
Yeah.
I think he's the biggest asshole on the planet, and I'd like to kick him out of the country.
If I had a choice, I'd hang out with
ruined the
Kaepernick.
Olympics.
yeah, if I had a choice, I'd hang out with Colin Kaepernick over Ryan Lochte.
I agree with you, but the guy has a point. Lochte is still
But that's not. Is that
It's
America
still what?
actually?
What were we going to say? Still
Yeah.
what?
he's going to be on this dance. He's one of the Dancing with the Stars cast. People still love him, and I don't get it either.
I don't know who likes him. I mean, I don't know.
Hope Solo got kicked off the women's national soccer team
For running her mouth?
for being a sore loser,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
I don't know.
Well, hopefully her dad can put her in line.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a crazy year, but who knows? So we will see.
I hope that there's a positive story and not.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a positive story of somebody doing well.
Be nice
Yeah.
to see another Russell Wilson story.
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to
back
see?
of the draft, win
Yeah.
the Super Bowl.
What was the guy from Cincinnati that his daughter overcame cancer?
Yeah.
I can't.
Again, we don't know nothing, so.
Yeah, don't. If
He
you're
was a
looking for
good
knowledge-
story.
Yeah,
His daughter
I want to
overcoming
hear
cancer.
things like that. I want to hear about people building up communities. Like me and Dawn had a whole talk about
Right.
this earlier today.
It's not going in there. We're at 45 minutes.
Oh, I know. But I'm tired of the constant negativity.
I know. It would be nice to see some good, positive stories.
Because it's
about
out there. They just don't show it.
Young
you know?
men doing well, lifting their city up, some positive stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to see it. So we'll do a Super Bowl thing and see how well we did and what we predicted. So
Yeah.
there you go.
All right.
Kenny, take us on out.
So please like, share, subscribe, invite. And thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks
Later.
for coming, Rob.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks.